Dr. Pierre Kory, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me briefly today. I know you're tired, you've just been interviewed, but tell me, what do people need to understand right now? We're in a battle.
So, based on everything I've learned over the last 3 years of my journey in COVID, the central problem that we're facing as society, as a collection of societies around the world, is the immense and unrelenting censorship and propaganda of information. Our major media has been captured. The information we're presented is one-sided and it's not having our best interests at heart. The definition of propaganda is a story or a message to get you to think or act in a certain way. And I think the most important thing that people have to realize is most of the accurate information that they need to protect themselves and follow good guidance is being suppressed, and what is being presented to them has ulterior objectives. And so my message is question everything, use a totality of sources of information to come to your own conclusion of what is the truth and what isn't. It's not easy, we're all going to make mistakes, but I think the more voices you listen to, the less likely to make mistakes. The less voices you listen to, the more likely you're going to make mistakes. So make sure you seek out as many sources of information. I'm not saying I'm always right, but give me a listen and you might learn a few things.
So when people, the biggest counter to that would be, people would say they would never, no one would ever do anything this dark, this evil. What would be your response to that? I
certainly can empathize and identify with that sentiment. Prior to COVID, I believe that the New York Times was the paper of record, the arbiter of truth. If you wanted to know what was really going on anywhere in the world, you read the New York Times. I've sadly come to the conclusion that the New York Times is no different than any other major media organization. It's complete controlled information. What's being presented to you is being presented to you for numerous reasons you don't know about. And there are people who control those stories and how they're told. And so, but I get it. I used to have faith and trust in the institutions of society, and I used to think journalism was vibrant and organic and really meant to tell the most accurate truth possible. And I would say most corporate media organizations, that is no longer true. The corporate media has taken over.
So do you have doctors that are secretly approaching you now saying, Pierre, you're brave, thank you for speaking up, but I can't do it, I'm not as brave as you? Or is there more of that going on?
I've definitely heard from doctors who haven't spoken out. I'd say most of the people that I'm in contact with are people who have done what I've done and been persecuted like I've been persecuted, and it's more of a community and a mutual support connection.
Yes, yes. Well, Dr. Pierre Kory, you're a giant in this battle. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, hopefully that was